Well, let's do another review. So this right here is the Sawyer Squeeze, and this is probably the best water filter for backpacking.
Come on!
And this is probably the best water filter for backpacking. And if you're through hiking, you're especially going to want this. Now there's other options, but we'll talk about those later in the video. The Sawyer Squeeze. The reason why you want this, because there's 3 different ways that you can actually filter water. One, you can go ahead, put it right on a bottle, and then you can squirt it right into you. Another way that you might take it is scoop up some dirty water, and then you can actually filter it through the Sawyer Squeeze and into a clean water source or your other bottle. Now, what I like to do, and it's all because of this thing right here. It is the Sawyer Coupler, something like that. You can find it on Amazon. It's only like $3. But you take it and you put it on, and you can have a gravity system. And why I like to use the gravity system is because, for one, when you use the gravity system, it's not gonna like destroy your bag. A lot of times people will squeeze water out of their dirty water bag, and they'll end up breaking. With the gravity system, you're not gonna have that because it works on, you got it, gravity. And it's also really nice to use when you're, you know, trying to like wash your face, or if you need to adjust your shoes or use the bathroom. You can go ahead and filter some water. You know, do your camp chores, do whatever you have to do, but it takes about a couple minutes. And the flow rate on this says 1.7 liters per minute. Now, obviously that's going to slow down within time, but again, hopefully you'll buy this and you can go ahead and back flush. But one thing that you need to remember when using a Sawyer, okay, on very cold nights, you're going to want to put this in a plastic bag and put it close to your body, because it can freeze at night. Water freezes, right?
Yeah!
Well, once it freezes, it can break the insides of this, and then it's not doing the job. It's not filtering. So that's one tip that you should do if you do get this. Now, this thing weighs about 3 ounces. I think it advertises that it weighs like 3.2, but you know, mine's gonna weigh a little bit more because there's still some water inside of this. BeFree. This is another great option if you're through hiking. And the reason why I don't use this is because mainly, and trust me, I do love the BeFree, but when I've been out there backpacking, and
it's almost like confusing explaining it.
So when I'm out there backpacking, this right here is very convenient. Like, you can scoop water, spray it in your mouth, and you're good to go. But what I've noticed when I'm backpacking with the BeFree, I'm usually dehydrated towards the end of the day. I actually get more water when I filter it all the way through and into a water bottle, so I can tip it back and squeeze it into my body. And I can also mix it up with different drinks. I can maybe get some like Kool-Aid or some Gatorade and mix it up with my water bottle. I know there's talk about these things can pop, but I mean, this thing is, look at it, it's almost like changing colors. They don't pop. And here's a small tip about using these things. Sometimes you'll notice if you like sit them off to the side for, I don't know, a couple months and you don't use it, then you screw this thing back on and you try to squeeze it out and no water comes out. Well, simple fix, okay? And I was actually, I took it to REI and I exchanged it one time because I thought it was broken. But really, all you need to do is let it sit in some water. Let everything that's inside of this kind of like break up, and then eventually it'll work. No. So my recommendation, if you're through hiking, definitely take one of those two. I prefer using the Sawyer Squeeze as my water filter system. Now, if you enjoy videos like this, and I hope that you do, I definitely recommend you clicking on some of these videos over here, and you get to see some pretty cool adventures and actually see me out there in the field using a lot of this stuff. Again, this is Coach Bill at 3 and 5, and I am out of here.
Yeah.